Anivia is the newest addition to Path of Champions. The Cryo Phoenix loves it when you get max mana gems and play elemental spells or skills. But is she good? Let's find out. Anivia's first star power gives you a temporary mana gem after you play an elemental skill or spell. More on these in the Draftable Cards section. The upgraded third star version makes this temporary gem permanent, allowing you to ramp out expensive cards much faster than normal. Star Power 2 gives your allies extra stats after reaching max mana, or Enlightened as the game calls it. Star Power 4 gives your allies more stats after surviving damage. Star Power 5 gives you more starting mana. Star Power 6 frostbites the strongest enemy attacker without you having to do anything. It also lets you deal double damage against these frostbitten enemies. And don't forget Anivia's Star of Discovery, which allows you to play even more elemental skills. Regardless of your preferred Relic build on Anivia, you're gonna want something that allows you to become enlightened faster. Your options for this include Archangel's Staff to make it easier to play spells. Since we can reach 6 mana very quickly with Anivia, using Chemtech Duplicator to repeat spells after that point is a no-brainer. And the Grand General's Counterplan will give you an elemental spell every round after playing Anivia. For epics, you could try Spellweaver Symphony for a shot at a free elemental spell when you attack, but your results may vary. Found Fortune will draw either the Crystalline Storm Raptor or Harsh Winds and make the card free, both of which will help you reach Enlightened, so it's a staple in my Anivia builds. You might also want some more damage for your spells or skills, so feel free to try Luden's Tempest or Big Guns. And make the most of all those big stats by giving your units Overwhelm. You can do this with Troll King's Crown or the Beast Within. My preferred build uses Beast Within to get that Overwhelm, Found Fortune to draw those powerful cards for free, and Chemtech Duplicator to easily repeat those spells. When it comes to powers, look for ones that either give extra mana like Perfected, Communal, and Shared Mana Flow, provide discounts for your expensive cards such as Dawning Age, Mountain's Peak, Wild Inspiration, and Unlimited Power, which makes Clash of Giants playable and hopefully gives you a better Titanic unit than the one I got here. Look for powers that help you stall until Enlightened, including Disarmed, Early Bird, Endurance if you don't already have Star Power 4, Hold It, Hold Them Off, and Treacherous Terrain. Finally, more damage is always nice, so look for All Skill, which makes your elemental skills much more powerful. Slow but Steady, which turns Wings of the Cryo Phoenix into a nuclear bomb, Spellburn, and Titanic Wake, a staple power for many Freljord champs because of these big-ass units. When picking your support champ, look out for champions with elemental skills or spells. A good option for this is Volibear, because several of his cards and effects synergize with your game plan, making it easy to level him up and make your opponents shit themselves. But because he's so expensive, you'll nearly be enlightened by the time you play him, so you're probably better off going for cheaper champions. If you manage to find discounts for him, one of your best options is Elder Dragon. Because each Dragon Boon counts as an elemental skill, you'll immediately reach Enlightened after playing him. A slightly cheaper option is Malphite, but good luck leveling him up. Nami is another option as all her water-based cards are elemental, including Ebb and Flow. And arguably your best option is Annie, thanks to her cheap cost and her Disintegrate and Molten Shield both being elemental. If you're going the elemental route, try to avoid champions from Demacia, Shadow Isles, and Runeterra, as these regions contain only one elemental spell. If you can't find any elemental synergy, look for damage synergy like LeBlanc. For more support champ options, feel free to pause this tier list and check out all the various categories. When drafting cards during your runs, look out for any elemental spells or skills representing ice, water, fire, wind, lightning, and ground, like Avalanche, Chakram Dancer, Galesong Flock, Lightning Rush, Unraveled Earth, and Ground Slam. Also keep an eye out for cards that give you extra mana, such as Catalyst of Aeons or Wild Mysticism. And look out for these items attached to cards. Yarumi, as the Slipstream is an elemental spell. Flame-Wreathed Soul on normal cards, or Dragon Boons on champions, which each individually add to your mana gems. Frostspikes, Iceborne, which is accessible from the Constellation, and Sapphire Crystal, which adds a mana gem after playing the card. Now let's get to it. Is Anivia good?
Ah, you better believe it, buddy!
As you can see, with Anivia at just 5 stars, I had no problem beating Lysandra. If you can find cheap elemental spells to accelerate your game plan, Anivia feels borderline unstoppable. I would argue that even without Star Power 6, Anivia's in the discussion for best Freljord champion, but with it, there is no discussion. Then again, since she doesn't really need this additional power, perhaps you should spend it elsewhere, ideally on Ashe or Volibear, whose 6 star powers are more necessary for them to be good. But if you already have them maxed out and that Freljord Nova Crystal is burning a hole in your pocket, you won't regret spending it on Anivia. That's all I have for this one. If you enjoyed this guide, you know what to do. And to see another video like this one, check out my Thresh guide here. Take care.